And action.
We're live. Hey, everybody.
Welcome.
You guys are probably all wondering why we have a different setup tonight.
Setup?
Yeah.
Are we having a Letterkenny show tonight?
No, we're not having a Letterkenny show tonight.
Letterkenny show tonight. Letterkenny show tonight.
Yeah, you're funny. We have a different setup tonight because we're not going to be doing the Piano Night Live portion of our show tonight.
Oh, you mean we're upstairs today?
Yeah, we're upstairs, which the Queen should be making her presence any minute now. So when she does, we'll let her get her time on screen for some special fans that have requested.
When she realizes no one in the kitchen is getting her treats, she'll be here. She just wants treats.
And in case you guys are wondering who we're referring to Queen Numby, our beautiful, glorious cat. 8 years old, 17 pounds since she's 2 years old.
And she's been alone in the house for 10 days.
She has.
Since we had to say goodbye to Red Fox and send him over the Rainbow Bridge.
Yep. And I can't say that we've been doing good. We miss our boy. We really miss our boy.
There's definitely a hole
that
needs to be filled.
Definitely.
But not saying that we need another cat.
No, we do not need another cat.
We are going to give Queen Numby some extra special attention.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she heard me. Queen Numby, come here.
Come on, Numby, make your presence.
Come here, honey.
So for those of you who are wondering why we have the upstairs tonight, and again, we're not doing the Piano Night Live portion of our show tonight. We have a big announcement to make, and you're probably noticing that our setup is a little bit different too, is because we're streaming in vertical mode because we don't want anybody to miss the announcement over in YouTube land. So we'll give people a couple minutes to chime in here, and we're just going to get right down to business.
What's the big announcement again?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Oh, okay. Somebody's going to tell me what the big announcement is in a minute.
You know, I hate it when he does that off the cuff, because he knows it drives me insane.
All right, because I forget what the big announcement is. Is it really? Is it really, really big?
Yes.
It's a really, really big announcement, folks.
Why do you do that to me? God.
Are you done talking?
Will you bring everybody up to speed? With what we've been doing this past week and what's been going on since last week's episode? Because last week we had a lot to talk about. Today's really more of not really a official episode per se, because we kind of feel out of sync when we're not downstairs in the basement doing Piano Night Live. These kind of sittings are a little bit different for us.
Is it too hoity-toity for you?
No, not at all.
I don't know. All right. Whether I'm upstairs or downstairs, I'm still sitting in the same shirt, sitting in the same pants, sitting in the same mouth, talking about the same baloney malarkey.
Okay. First and foremost.
Parade Day is next Saturday.
Yes. So let's start off with that. Last year, we got invited to a St. Patrick's Day party somewhere in Dunmore, and it was a full basement,
an undisclosed location in Dunmore.
Party. They had a band in the basement and everything. This is Glenn's family.
It was like a frat house party.
Yeah, more or less like a frat house party. We got invited, and we've been invited back this year, but it's rumored, I don't know how true it is, that yours truly is going to share the stage with Kosher.
Yes.
I asked what song. I haven't been told yet.
I know what song.
It's probably going to be Pants on Fire with Kosher.
I'll share it with you later.
I don't know. We'll see.
I want to hear about it later. I want to hear about it later.
Do you want me to give you a line out of the
I
song?
was today years old when my pants were on fire.
It doesn't go like that.
I know how it goes.
I was today years old.
That many years, huh?
When I found out there is no E in potato.
Oh, that's the song.
That one.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
No honey in honey buns. Got
honey
it?
MF and buns. So that's one announcement. So we're really excited about that because we had a really good time last year watching all these youngins and one soon to be 40-year-old girl all partying in the basement like we used to do when we were kids. It was a little weird, to be honest, but we had a good time.
And we're looking forward to this Saturday too. Of course, we have to work. We work 7 days a week.
Oh my God. Tax season has been killing us.
But we are 60 days out from vacation.
We are 60 days out.
We love to talk about vacation.
Oh my God.
We love to talk about vacation more than we love to talk about work.
So a lot of you guys have been asking about the adventures where we're going. So I'm going to lead up to the big announcement because I know there's a lot of you asking where we're going, and I'm really excited to share.
I have a question.
No.
Where are we going?
Shut up. So on our website, luciaglynn.com,
that website,
there is a link that shows the upcoming trips. And our first adventure is going to take us to Asia. We're going to Beijing, Korea, and Japan in May. We're going to spend 4 days in Beijing, where you guys all saw we had to get the Chinese visa for.
That's China, by the way.
I said Beijing, China.
No, you said it's Beijing.
I said Beijing, China.
You said Beijing, Korea, and Japan.
I said Beijing, Korea, and Japan. People know where Beijing is.
Do they?
It's in China.
It's somewhere over there.
So we'll start in China for 4 days. Got the visa. No one's going to bother us. From there, we're going to Korea. And then from Korea, we're going to Tokyo, Japan, where we're going to stay at, what's the name of the house?
Rakuikan.
It's an authentic Japanese house. Airbnb, of course. Our friends Daniel and Yuka are the proprietors,
something like that,
of the house, and we are very excited about it.
Let me just check my spelling there.
Uh-oh. Here comes the queen.
Oh, you got somebody?
Come on, queen. Come make your appearance. Come on.
Rakunayan
Villa.
Yeah. It is probably 40 minutes outside of central Tokyo.
Right.
By train. And the Airbnb is a short walk, like a 10-15 minute walk from the nearest train station.
Right.
We have not yet identified where the 7-Eleven, Lawson, or Family Mart are, but we will zero in on that.
Right.
Because those are our favorite places for midnight snackage.
Exactly.
And I'm sure, like any place in Japan, there is lots of cool restaurants there. I have a pillow for you right here. Come on, baby.
Jesus.
Up here, I give you a treat.
You silly boy.
Are you coming?
You silly boy.
No? Right there. Come on. You could be on the show.
So that's our May. That's our May trip. We're very excited about it. In June,
2 stops in South Korea.
Yes.
A couple of stops in the Sea of Japan. May even get back to Osaka again. And then they leave us off in Yokohama, where we had 2 glorious nights in Yokohama last year in September, October, before we came home.
Yep.
Put 12 miles on our feet in one day.
We did. That's a lot. That's a lot.
And the only time I think that we've spent more miles on our feet in one day was when we were in Rome.
Yes.
Because when we went to Rome, I think that we walked for 14, 15 hours.
We did.
That day, which had to be at least 14 or 15 miles. So we're always looking to get some steps in while we are on vacation.
Yes.
And that kind of makes up for the fact that we're on a cruise ship and we're going to be eating good.
Oh, yes. We're going to be eating real good.
The beginning of June, we have some special things that just came up this past week.
We do. We're going to Greece. It's going to be the official first Murphy vacation. And when I say first official, it's because my niece and my brother are joining. for the very first time.
Well, that's at the end of June.
That's at the end of June, right?
At the beginning of June,
Oh, I forgot about
we have
that.
something that just came up this week that you forgot about.
What's that? Hello, controversial.
At the beginning of June, we are going to see Halsey.
That's right.
Saturday night and Sunday
We're
night.
going to Halsey in Jersey, and we're going to Halsey in Connecticut. I forgot.
Well, we're going to stay over in Philadelphia
Right.
because we have tickets for the ferry across the river.
Yes.
Across the Delaware River
Mm-hmm.
to Camden, New Jersey, and that's where the show is. So
yes.
we have guaranteed seats on the ferry over and guaranteed seats on the ferry back. And we love downtown Philadelphia.
Yes.
And all of its Korean barbecue
and let me guess.
joints.
And let me guess, we're staying in an Airbnb, aren't we?
Well, I haven't booked that yet, but
Good.
that's a good possibility because we
Good.
had good experiences the last 2 times we were there.
Oh, yeah.
For Aeroschmidt, remember?
Aeroschmidt?
Aeroschmidt. Mm-hmm. It's a German band.
So that's in June. The end of June, we do.
Well, that's Saturday. And then Sunday, we're going to drive to Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, and we're going to see the same show over again.
Yes.
Halsey 2 nights in a row.
We are. So we're going to Halsey because he's addicted. So hopefully it won't be a repeat of the last time where I got sick.
Lucia got sick.
Because I'm not looking forward to getting sick again, let me tell you.
Don't get sick.
No. Nope. That's June.
The
Speaking of...
end of June.
I just said we're going to Greece.
Are you making a list or are you telling
No,
a story?
I want to say something before you get to the end of June. Speaking of Aeroschmidt, we went to see Last Child New York City this weekend in Milford at the Milford Theater. And let me tell you something. Hush you. I got to see Aerosmith once. Our seats were bad. I did not enjoy it as much as I thought I would. We got to see Last Child New York City, and it was wonderful. Like as if I was at the show. I made a new friend named Mick James. I'm very excited. And hopefully, stop it.
I wonder what the camera's doing.
Don't worry about what the camera's doing. Focus on your job. Anyhow, I'm very excited because I made a new friend, Mick James. And the next time that we see them, I'm going to meet the whole band because I missed out on that opportunity because we were tired and we had to go home. Now, end of June. Yes, please. We also got to eat at, hello, Alice. We also got to eat at Chiang Mao, and I had the best Chinese food in all of
Downtown Milford.
Now, end of June. Go ahead.
All right, so she already told you that we're taking her niece and her brother.
Yes.
With my entire family.
Except for one.
Except for Junior and Shelby, who are going on their honeymoon.
Right.
And we're going to fly to Athens, Greece.
Yes.
Now, it's a direct flight.
Mm-hmm.
It is Emirates Airlines.
I love Emirates.
Which we've only been on once before,
and
but
they're
it's
wonderful.
very impressive.
Yes, extremely.
And this will be our second flight on Emirates this year.
Yes.
Because our flight to China is on Emirates. So we leave the airport in Newark, New Jersey at 5 minutes to midnight.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have to be inside the airport till like 9 o'clock at
Nope.
night. We're going to be there on a Friday night at midnight. And we fly through the night,
Mm-hmm.
and then we get to Greece on Saturday afternoon.
Yes.
Saturday afternoon, we have a car that's waiting for us at the airport to take 8 of us to our hotels in downtown Athens near the Acropolis.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll have 2 nights in Athens before we add a car to take us to the ferry.
Uh-oh.
And the ferry...
Come on.
Ferry leaves Athens and takes us to the island of Paros.
Get off her pillow.
Paros.
There she is. Hi, Numby.
So this is the other star of the show here. Let me see you.
Hi, Numby.
Right?
What's up, kiddo?
We have an entire week on Paros before we take a ferry back to Athens, and then we have one more night in Athens before we fly home. So this is going to be a Greek food extravaganza for a whopping 9 nights.
Yes.
And then, of course, we don't leave the day that we're leaving until 5 o'clock in the afternoon from Greece. So that's like getting another whole day there if you don't have to be at the airport until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, a half a day. And then we'll be home by 9 o'clock at night in New Jersey on a Sunday.
Yes.
So we are starting on Friday night, and we don't come back until Sunday.
No.
Probably won't get in the door here until midnight, but in that amount of time, in those 9 days,
Yes.
we are going to pack it in.
Yes. Now
they have the best beaches.
I want to give a very special shout out to the one and only Mr. Eddie Lugo, who just called me out on my bullshit. He was in the chat before 7 o'clock, and I didn't say hello. Thank you, Eddie. We love you. So excited you're here, along with Controversial Cruising and Miss Alice.
Thank you for interjecting your bullshit, Lucia.
Now I get to talk about the next trip. This is where it gets exciting. We are announcing 2, 3 group cruises coming up. But these are going to be a little bit different, where you guys book your own trip, you guys join us, and we have some fun. So the first one is going to be in July, starting on July 25th through August 2nd. We're going to Port Canaveral, to Puerto Plata, to St. Thomas, to Great Stirrup Cay in the Bahamas, and back to Port Canaveral.
What's the name of that ship?
NCL Aqua, the
I
brand
never heard
new
of that.
NCL Aqua. This ship is probably going to be one of the biggest ships that we've been on, but
Really?
It gets better. We got 2 more coming up. I'm going to let him tell you all about the trip that we're going on in September, and then I get to talk about the next 2 cruises.
Okay, here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
14 months ago, we had just flown back from a cruise in December.
Yes.
No, wait. No, we had just gotten back from, I forget. I think it was. All right, here's the deal. We're flying home, and they gave us an offer for a Chase United Airlines credit card. And Lucia and I used that credit card for a whole year. We accumulated all of our United Airlines miles, and we got ourselves 2 tickets to Hong Kong.
Yes.
All we had to do was to pay the taxes. It was like $400.
Yeah.
To pay the taxes.
That's exciting.
For 2 of us to go to Hong Kong. And we're going to go to Hong Kong in the middle of September for 2 weeks. And while we're there, we're going to spend time in Shenzhen, most modern city in the world.
Yep.
We're going to spend in one of the biggest cities in the world at this point. We're going to spend some time in Macau, which is another country, but right near both Hong Kong and Shenzhen.
Yes.
And then, of course, we're going to spend some time in Hong Kong. Now, one of our other creator friends.
Which creator friend was that?
In Hong Kong. And I believe that it was Karina, Jay and Karina.
Jay and Karina, yes. Hi, Dave.
Jay and Karina, and they were in Hong Kong, and they flashed up the name of a movie that they had seen that encouraged them to want to go to Hong Kong.
Oh,
and
I love that movie.
The name of the movie was It's Already Tomorrow in Hong Kong.
Yes.
And it's on Netflix. It's on Amazon Prime. It's on all those. But it really, really showcases all there is to see and do in Hong Kong.
Yes.
In a very short romantic comedy.
Yes.
Anyway, the creators that we saw got the encouragement, and that's the same encouragement that we had years ago to go to Hong Kong for the first time. We got to ride the Ding Ding. We got to ride the Star Ferry. We were on the mid-level escalators. We were carousing with the mayor of Hong Kong on the rooftop.
These people don't know about that.
Well,
which hotel was that?
Oh, I don't know. It was like one of the most expensive hotels there. Yeah. And on the rooftop, the swimming pool, we were in the presence of the mayor of Hong Kong and his entire entourage.
Okay.
And we got there first, so they didn't
Yeah.
they
didn't.
to kick us out.
We were in the back of the pool area so that they wouldn't kick us out, and we were like ducked down and like holy shit, who is this guy?
Mm-hmm.
So that was really cool.
And I'm sure nobody likes the mayor of Hong Kong.
Now don't go spreading rumors and get us kicked out before we even get there.
I don't know, but this is the makings for a great vacation because we have practically free airfare.
Yeah.
To get there.
And we're also going to Shenzhen.
And the hotels are about $100 a night for a very, very nice, luxurious hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at it for $100 a night for 14 nights in our airfare, we're going to Asia for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For $1,800 plus food.
Yeah.
So you know what?
I'm excited.
I can't go to the New Jersey Shore. Okay. For $1,800 for 3 days,
right?
Okay, because the price tag on the hotels is so expensive.
I know, right?
In any event, that is going to be our big Hong Kong getaway. We're going back to Hong Kong, and we're excited about that. But squeezing in Shenzhen, the city of the future, where do you see this?
Our second group cruise. One of us is turning 60. In November, we are going on MSC World America from October 25th to November 1st. And we're going to go to Miami, Puerto Plata, San Juan, and Ocean Key. We love San Juan. Every time we've gone to San Juan, we have a marvelous time. We've been to Puerto Plata so many times. We're going back 2 more times this year.
Well, we're going back to Puerto Plata 2 more times. The first time that we were there, we went to the rum ranch where
we did, where you got drunk.
Well, it was very entertaining, and the rum was flowing.
Yeah, you got really drunk. I remember that.
I didn't get really drunk.
Yes, you did.
I never get really drunk.
So after the rum ranch, where else did we go? Didn't we go to a resort for a day?
Well, we took the cable car in Puerto
That's right, because we avoided the diamond
we didn't want
tour.
to go to the jewelry
Yeah, we
store.
didn't want to do no jewelry store.
The last time we were in Puerto Plata, it rained cats and dogs.
Oh my God.
And we had passes already for
another resort for a day.
Resort for a day.
Yeah, so maybe we'll get lucky this time and it won't rain.
Sit by the pool and drink girly drinks and watch it rain.
That was funny. And then you hired a guy to follow me around the resort.
And take your picture.
Yeah, in the rain.
In the rain.
In the rain.
He needed something to do.
He needed something to do. Ha! You're funny.
The real attraction to this cruise is going to be our visit to Coco Cay, the trip to San Juan.
Right.
And the fact that it is a brand new MSC ship.
Right.
World America. We're going to be some of the first people to sail on the ship.
Yes.
And Lucia, for my 60th birthday, got us an extra special cabin.
Now, let me explain why I got you an extra special cabin. We went to South America, even though I got sick for 2 days, and we had to come home 2 days early. Let me correct that. We were in South America, and I was so sick to the point that we got to come home 2 days early. My 50th birthday, we spent in Brazil and Buenos Aires. So for his 60th, because he got that for me for my 50th birthday, I decided when we were on our last MSC cruise, MSC Poesia, I surprised him with this cruise coming up in October, November, because it has a hot tub on the balcony, just like when we did MSC Seashore.
So we have a cabin suite.
Yeah.
With a walk-in closet.
Yeah.
King-size bed.
Mm-hmm.
Big old balcony. And on the balcony is a hot tub.
Oh, yeah.
Our own very private hot tub. It'd be like an onsen.
I don't think we've ever had a suite on MSC other than MSC, have we? MSC is the only one we've ever had a suite on.
Well, you might call the Yangtze River a suite. We have
that's
the honeymoon
different.
Suite.
That was different.
On a river cruise.
Oh, my God. When we cruised the Yangtze River in China, I took out the whole front of the ship, and I was so drunk to the point that I didn't even get to enjoy it. I puked all over the hot tub.
Thank you very much.
I don't miss those days.
Yeah, you used to be a fall down drunk, huh?
Yes, I was. I admit it. And last but not least, our third and final group cruise this year, which we actually have one more for next year too. We'll get to that in a minute. We're going on Holland America Line Zandam from December 6th to the 18th. It's a long one. We're going to San Diego, Cabo San Lucas, Loreto, Mexico, Guaymas, Mexico, Topolobampo, Mexico, La Paz, Mexico, Mazatlan, Mexico, Puerto Vallarta, Ensenada, and back to San Diego. That's going to be
on
fun.
the ultimate Mexican
We're going
cruise.
to Cabo, baby.
We are going to eat tacos everywhere in Mexico. Right?
Yeah, that's going to be good. And we've watched a lot of the bigger creators. So if the bigger creators see this after we've had our live, we can't thank you guys so much because you guys have really helped us out plan that trip. Because at first I was like, no, I'm not going to Mexico. I was adamant about doing Mexico over and over and over again until finally I gave in because I was like, you know what? Fine.
Originally, we had a Holland America trip scheduled.
We did.
For Mexico, and then we heard people telling us, you don't want to go to Mexico. It's dangerous in Mexico.
It's not dangerous.
And this
We
and that and the other thing. And we ended up changing it. We put it on hold.
Numby's trying to tell you that you're blocking her. She said to move over a little bit.
Oh, I can see her now.
I know, but you're blocking her. She can't see her favorite Asian with persuasion.
Here, I can scratch your forehead. We canceled the trip to Mexico because people told us that it was dangerous.
Right.
And then we watched some other creators that said that they did not feel
Was it Lalita Loca?
I don't think it was.
Or JJ Cruises? Somebody.
Maybe it was JJ.
Maybe JJ Cruises.
The experience that they had was very special there.
Yes.
And they didn't feel threatened at all.
Nope.
And they didn't hear of anybody running into any trouble as it were.
Numby, is he cramping you? But we're very excited.
So that is a Mexico cruise. So if you want to come with us on a cruise,
any one of them, let us know. We'll give you the details.
NCL Aqua, MSC, World America are both brand new ships.
Right.
And the Holland America Zandam. Holland America, I imagine, is going to...
it's going to be a smaller ship.
It's going to be a smaller ship. Yeah. It's going to be a low child count ship.
Yes.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of children on this ship. No.
Now... Go ahead.
In December.
Now, in 2026, we have a little bit of change of plans. We were supposed to do the Booze Cruise 4.0, but because of one of our cruises interfering, we couldn't do Booze Cruise 4.0. So we are looking forward to Booze Cruise 5.0 in 2026 once we get word of, or maybe it's at 2027. We're looking forward to Booze Cruise 5.0 because we definitely want to be a part of that. So once we have details on that, we're going to see if we can host that one and get a lot of our other creator friends to come along. But in November of 2026, that's right, because 4.0 is 26, so that's 27. That'll be our first cruise of 27. But in 2026, the cruise that we're going on, we're going with NCL Jade, and we're going from Seoul to Tokyo. So that's Osaka, Kochu, Jeju, and Nagoya. I'm really looking forward to that itinerary because that itinerary looks really cool. So we'll start off in Korea. We're going to do a couple days in Korea first. Then we'll go to Seoul, Jeju, Nagasaki. Seoul and Jeju are in Korea. And then we go to Japan, Nagasaki, Kagoshima, Hiroshima, Kochi, Kyoto, Nagoya, Shimizu, and then back to Tokyo. And then once again, we're going to stay at our friend's house.
Yes, we'll do it again.
So once we find out when the Booze Cruise is in 2027, that'll be our first official one in 2027. But the other thing that we're doing in 2026 that's very different is so far that is going to be the only cruise that we're going to take because
we're kind of doing some stateside rolling around trips.
So wherever you guys are from, you need to let us know what state you're in, what city you're in. We're going to do a Lucia and Glynn Unplugged tour.
So we have been to many states on the East Coast.
Yes, we have.
We've been to Alaska, Hawaii, California,
We've been to a lot.
and a
There's
couple
not a
of
lot
states
left.
in the middle.
That's
We've
right.
been to Texas. We've been to Arkansas and Missouri
Mm-hmm.
and Nashville, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Mississippi.
Yep.
I've been to Louisiana and Nevada. Lucia's been to Nevada separate from me.
Right.
But there's a whole bunch of states in the middle of the
There
country.
are 20 states that we have not been to, and I will tell you which ones they are if I can read the map right. I don't think I'm going to be able to read it right, but we'll see. Here goes. So we've got. Wait. Do I even know what I'm doing? Nope. I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on. We have not been to. Let me start over. New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Kansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Alabama, Nebraska, Iowa, the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, Oregon. And I think I got them all. And yeah, I think I got them all. Louisiana, we've not been to. And Georgia, we have not been to. So Eddie Lugo, we're coming at you. We've not been to New Brunswick or Nova Scotia or Prince Edward Island.
States.
I know they're not. So yeah, we have 20 states that we've not been to.
Now, a couple of those states we have had layovers at the airport. We don't count them.
They don't count.
So that would be Arizona and Oregon.
And our new creator friends live in Whatevers. They live in Forest City.
You guys are so far from us.
Not at all. Not at all, Dave.
I think he's exaggerating.
He is. And whatever floats your boat, hello. Yeah, right? So we're going to do this in 2026. We are going to do all the states that are left. And then, depending on where this ends up, then we'll decide if we're going to do more cruises or not. We're looking for the more exotic cruises.
In any event, we're going to try to visit all 20 states we haven't visited.
Right. Well, one of them has to be separate because it's a very special trip for friends of ours. So we're going to try to do the 19 as much as we can and then do one state by itself because that's very special to a friend of ours.
Okay. There's that then.
Sorry.
That's going to limit our international travel because...
Not really. Oh, yeah, international travel, yes.
We have to figure out logistically how we're going to do this.
Yes.
Because there are states up here, and then there's states down here.
And then there's wiggle room in the middle.
Haven't been to.
Sausages in the middle.
And we don't want to have to drive an entire day to get across the country and then visit those states and then drive another entire day to get...
Right.
So we might end up flying across the country, visiting the states that we want to visit, and then flying home, and then going to the northern tier,
right.
Let's say.
Dave and Brandy are going to do another Alaska cruise in 2026 and can't wait. We actually did Alaska with NCL Encore, and we liked it and we didn't like it. We enjoyed the ship. We were more into the ship when we did Alaska than the ports because there wasn't enough time in the ports. So if you're going to do Alaska, do your homework. Make sure they give you enough time in the ports. Don't end up like us two jackasses, losing our luggage. So we lost a day in Juneau. We only got to see the show in Ketchikan. Victoria was shut down. So, yeah, we got a raw bill of sale when we went. If we do go back to Alaska, I would like to do land, rail, and sea. I think that would make more sense.
Give us your tip for the day about losing your luggage.
Yeah, right?
What's your tip for the day?
Put an air tag in your bag.
That's not the tip for the day.
Oh, it's not? What is it?
Go a day ahead of time.
Oh, yeah.
Because our flight, when it was supposed to leave...
Yeah, got delayed.
Supposed to leave at...
Daniel and Yucca! Sorry. Yeah, we decided...
You talk. No,
we decided to go.
Talking.
We decided to go.
I'm done with this baloney malarkey. Tune in next week for another...
No. Shush. Are you done? Are you done? Shut up. Stop. What?
She's going to save me?
Yeah. So I'm sorry. The tip of the day is you always go a day ahead of time. Go a day ahead of time. Don't go the day of to avoid your flight being delayed and almost missing the ship.
We were leaving at 9 a.m.
Yes.
from Newark Airport.
It was
we were
awful.
there at 6 in the morning.
Yes.
9 a.m. the flight was supposed to leave. The crew didn't show up for work.
No.
Nope. It was a Sunday morning, and the crew was just not there.
It was so bad.
So delay. They finally got to leave at 12:30 in the afternoon, which flying across the country to get on a ship that was pulling out of the dock at 5 o'clock was next to impossible. They held the ship for us.
They did.
They had someone meet us in the baggage claim.
They did.
If the NCL signed, they said, go
hurry
to the bus.
Forrest, run! Shout out to Daniel and Yuka tuning in from Japan. That's exciting.
Run to the bus or you will miss the ship.
Well, we didn't miss the ship, and everybody was complaining that it was our fault that the ship did not pull out on time. And I said, yeah, it's our fault. It's our fault. I thought that was too funny. It wasn't just
We had
us.
2 days without luggage.
We did.
They gave us a care package that had a T-shirt in it and a toothbrush, right?
And we wore the same clothes for 2 days. People were offering us money on the ship because I opened up my shirt when they were berating him. Oh, look at this guy. He's in the same clothes for 2 days. And I'm like, yeah, buddy, so am I. Oh, do you want money? Can I buy anything? So that was pretty impressive.
What was so impressive about it?
That people were they were ridiculing us at first, but then they changed their attitude the minute they found out it wasn't just you, it was me and you.
So we had to spend half of our time in Juneau, Alaska, going to fetch our luggage at the airport there. Luckily, we ran into a girl who knew what we were there for and found our luggage almost immediately.
Yes.
Took our luggage back to the ship and then got to eat king crab legs in Juneau.
That was fun.
Duck fart shots too.
Well, you had the duck fart shot because I smelled it and I was like, no thanks.
No thanks.
Once I retire, I'll be traveling to Spain and doing a transatlantic. We were supposed to do a transatlantic, weren't we?
I'm getting seasick just thinking about it. No, we were not supposed to do one.
We thought about it and then they took ports away and then we canceled it.
We booked it and then they started to remove ports, which means you would have more days at sea, and those days at sea are rough days at sea. The Atlantic Ocean, it sounds nice, doesn't it? It's not nice.
We are sailing Star Princess this time. Carnival did a great job in Alaska. We've heard NCL isn't the best in Alaska. That is correct.
So we do like a cruise because it takes a lot of the planning aspects out of the equation for us. Like our trip to China, it takes a lot to figure out how we're going to spend 4 days in Beijing.
Yes.
Just to figure out the logistics of it, to figure out the transportation, what the activities are that we're going to do. How do you spend money there? How do you connect to the internet?
We have an entire guide. Who provided us the guide? Which creator was it?
Allie and
Two Passports and a Dream?
No, it's another one.
So there's 2 other creators that we actually have a book. And in this book, Alipay, WeChat, the map system. We have homework to do when we're going to Beijing.
But when you're on a cruise ship, you don't have to do anything.
Nope.
You have to show up with your luggage at the dock and get on the ship, and the ship is going to take you here, there, everywhere. They're going to feed you. You don't have to decide what restaurant you're eating in. You don't have to decide what activities you're going to do today. You could do something or you could do nothing, and that's the beauty of the cruise.
My parents love cruises too. Oh, well, that's cool.
That's who I was talking to.
I know.
Daniel and Yuka.
Eddie wants to spend a few days in Spain before or after the cruise. Yes, definitely do that, Alice, because it's definitely worth it.
We got to spend the day in Spain, Barcelona.
Oh, Barcelona's great.
2 Mays ago.
Yes.
We were on electric bikes for the entire day.
Man, that was sick.
And at the end of the tour, landed at that market.
Yes.
We're at the marketplace
Sitting
and
there.
We're eating meat out of a cone.
Yeah.
We're eating blocks of cheese.
So good.
Then I wanted a glass of wine, so I asked the fellow if I could have a glass of wine.
He gave me a bottle.
So you have to take a whole bottle of wine.
He drank the whole bottle of wine.
And then I was on the bicycle like this.
That's funny.
But yes, the time that we had in Spain, the little time that it was, we really, really enjoyed ourselves.
What's not to love about duck farts? What does it taste like, Glenn?
Bailey's Irish Cream and Whiskey?
Ooh.
Oh, it's on the order of chocolate milk. That's what I
They
figured.
want to do a Japan cruise for 10 days when they come to visit. So I will tell you this. Our first Japan cruise was what cruise line was that? I'm trying to remember now.
Our first Japan cruise.
Our first.
We only went on one Japan
Yeah,
cruise.
that was our first. That was last year. Yes? No,
Yeah, NCL
September.
Star.
In September.
Right.
Okay. And wait,
No,
I
that
thought
was in May.
that was in May. So we've been to Asia twice on a cruise ship. Yes or no?
No, only once. We're going back again this
Well, what
May.
was it? What was MSC Prioza? What was that?
Poesia was
Poesia.
the Baltics.
That was Baltics. Okay, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Hello in the chair. Welcome in. So when we did our Asian cruise, it was wonderful. People on the ship were so inviting, and the people in the ports were so inviting. That's why we're doing it again.
Definitely enjoyed ourselves on the cruise. The one
Yes.
stop in Shimizu, we got to spend an overnight there.
Oh yeah.
So the boat's parked there for the entire. You can get off the ship and get on the ship however you want.
Yeah.
And you know what? I always say it's always good to get off of the ship and enjoy a meal in the port.
Yes.
All right. There is this mentality that, oh, I already paid for the food on the ship, so why would I eat in the port?
Right.
Well, not only are you supporting the local economy, but you're eating food that you would only be able to get in that port.
Right.
And the people there were so welcoming to have us. Like the second floor izakayas on an island in the sea of Japan.
Yeah.
With some of the best meals that we've had. So far better than going back to the ship and having some of the marketplace buffet. We make it a point to also bring foreign currency with us when we go to these places, so that when we get off of the ship, we have $100 worth of their money in our pocket to be able to do what we want to do with. We were traveling with some other people who had no local currency, only dependent on a card, and the credit card might not be accepted every place where you want to spend that money.
Yeah, that's just.
For instance, was we went there and the admission to the zoo.
Yeah.
It was cash only.
Oh yeah.
And we paid for the other people that were with us because we had cash, but then we had to go back to the ship and collect American money off of them when we were done.
Yeah.
So bring some local currency with you. If you're going to do a pre-cruise or a post-cruise, make sure you do your homework ahead of time, because when you get there, it's not always going to be convenient to find internet, to find a way to use your phone, to find information about stuff. And we brought our own internet with us when we went to the Baltic Sea on a cruise. And we were in 10 countries in 11 days. And sometimes the internet worked and sometimes it did not. So we got there, and Helsinki, Finland, for instance, we wanted to find some place for pierogies, dumplings, some kind of local dough stuffed treat.
Yeah.
And our internet was out, and we tried to ask for directions.
Oh my God.
That didn't work. We tried to ask where we could find a restaurant like this or that. And without the internet in your pocket, if you don't do your homework, if you haven't done your homework, you will get lost.
Right.
And you don't want to be lost when you're on vacation.
And that was
big waste of time.
That was just like, what's her name? Who decided is it Sirasan? Who decided to go 24 hours without internet and try to navigate Japan on her own and found it very hard to do it without her phone?
I think that was more of a social exercise for her to see what it'd be like to, get out of your phone and get into the culture and things of that nature. But at the same time, the information that's available in our phones, we take for granted that it's going to be there all of the time. And because of me taking that for granted, in a couple of occasions, we had no idea where to go, what to do, or what to eat when we were in a couple of cities in the Baltic Sea.
Yeah, because we had no internet, nothing.
Zero.
I missed the midnight buffets on cruises.
Well,
NCL had a good one. I don't know if they still have it.
Well, NCL had the pizza available all the time, right?
No, on the poop deck, not the poop deck. What was that? NCL Encore? What was the name of that station? I think it was open at like midnight or 1 a.m. I don't think it was open 24
Where we got
hours.
the secret chicken wings?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if that was.
Or was that MSC Seashore?
I think that was MSC
Yeah.
Seashore.
Something like that. One of them.
The bar and restaurant next to the pool was open all night long, and they would show
Right.
movies on the big screen.
Right.
So we can go up and we can get an order of chicken wings, we can get a pizza, we can get a beer, and sit down and watch Back to the Future on the poop deck.
Took a cruise back in the day without my phone. The staff was very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good.
Well, the internet is expensive on the ship
Yes.
too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
our internet bill for a 10-day cruise,
Mm-hmm.
how much is it? It's over $400
Mm-hmm.
for 10 days on a cruise just to access the internet.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? When we were on NCL Encore in Alaska,
Right.
and I was talking to the airline about our lost luggage, I was not on Wi-Fi, and I got a ship-to-shore charge on my phone, $200.
That was
to make a phone call
awful.
about our
that
lost
was
luggage.
awful.
Mm-hmm. And
Very important.
Very important. You get on the cruise ship, you put your phone in airplane mode.
Yes.
If you get free messaging and you're okay with that on the internet, you can message the other people in your party using your phone. That's great. But other than that, if you want to look at Facebook, you want to look at YouTube, you want to look at anything, you have to buy the internet through the ship.
Exactly.
And it's expensive.
Right.
$15, $16, $17 a day.
Yeah.
And for 12 days, do the math, it's almost $500 that it costs. But
So
we run businesses, we have to be connected.
AT&T has a feature called with the cruise ship where you can buy the packages like $100. Even if you throw your phone in airplane mode, it covers you so that you don't have any additional charges on your bill. I don't know how Verizon is because I'm anti-Verizon. I'm fully AT&T now, and I've had no issues with AT&T. But yeah, those bills can be pretty expensive.
So I guess that's about all we have for you for this evening.
Yes.
Thanks for tuning in to our Sunday Night Live.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we will tune in. We'll have you all tune in next Sunday where Lucia will play a song for you on the piano downstairs.
So before we even talk about next week's song.
Poop deck.
Yeah, yes. Michael, I did say poop deck. Tonight's song was supposed to be Doc and Burning Like a Flame, but I didn't get the music in time. And I was going to do it by ear, but I wasn't ready for it. Why am I not watching the Grammys? Because I don't care about the Grammys. That was supposed to be our song this week, but I didn't do it because I'm not really confident in doing it. Glenn has challenged me to play Eminent Front by The Who next week. Good night, Scott. He wants me to play that song next week. So I'm working on, and it might not be next week. Maybe it might be in a week or two. I'm working on getting the music perfected so that I can play it. I'm not saying it's hard. I can do it, but I need to build up those hand muscles, you know? But that's it for this week's episode of Lucia and Glynn Unplugged, episode 7. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Hit the like button. It really helps us. And if you liked this one, check out the playlist of all the past 6 that we've done. So let's do one more thing before I go. Hold on.
What?
We got to do the closing song. Hang on.
Oh, we're still going to do a song, but Lucia's going to go over there and play the piano.
Turn the camera on you and Numby. You and Numby can sing.
Where's Numby?
Right next to you.
Hi, Numby. All right. Can you turn a light on in there so I can see you? There you are. Oi, the way Glenn Miller played. Guys like us, we had it made. Those were the days. Girls were girls and men were men. Mister, we could use a man like Herbert over again. Didn't need no welfare state. G.R.O. LaSalle ran great. Those were the days. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. See you next week in TV land.
Bye.